On this episode of the Whiskey Tornado, we reveal our top 5 rye whiskeys of 2021. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Whiskey Tornado. I'm your host, Lance. Today, we are telling you guys about our top 5 rye whiskeys of 2021. Now, unlike our bourbon of the year, there really are no criteria for this. It's just the best rye that I tasted throughout the year. Before we get into those top 5, I have to give a shout out to an honorable mention. This is a craft distillery coming out of Indiana. It is Starlight Distillery, and their ryes are simply fantastic. They have too many finished ryes, too many crazy finished ryes to even go over, but any of their finished ryes could compete in this list of best of rye whiskeys of 2021. This particular Starlight that I'm holding is a rye whiskey finished in Tokoji barrels. I think I said that right. It's like a Hungary sweet wine. This bottle just absolutely blew me away. I picked this up at the distillery, but if we're doing a rye whiskey video, I have to tell you guys about this distillery if you don't know about it, or if you've just been scared of craft distilleries. Go support this distillery. If you see a finished rye whiskey that they've done, I promise you it will be amazing. All right, next, number 5 on our top 5 rye whiskeys of 2021 comes to us from used to be a smaller distillery, but now this distillery is huge. Most people have heard about them. They are doing amazing things. One of the best ryes that I had this year, and surprising ryes, was New Riff's Malted 6-Year Rye. Now, this was limited release this year, but I've heard in the coming years, you'll be able to find this on the shelves. If you're typically a bourbon drinker who's not into rye or thinks you're not into rye, give this one a shot. I think this is a bourbon drinker's rye. Really fantastic and affordable, and I think will be readily available. So coming in at number 5 on our top 5 whiskeys of 2021, it's New Riff Malted 6-Year Rye. Coming in at number 4 of our top 5 rye whiskeys of 2021 is another affordable and available bottle that you guys can find on the shelves. This comes from Sagamore Distillery. It's Sagamore Double Oaked Rye. And I said when I reviewed this, bottle kind of blew me away. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was, but I absolutely loved it. I'll try to link the past review that I did, but rated it really high. Comes in at 48.3 proof, so I also think this is a great beginner rye or beginner whiskey for somebody. It drinks really nice for a rye, not all those real spicy notes. Has lots of good vanilla and s'more kind of flavors from those toasted oak barrels, but really just a fantastic rye that I think runs about $65 as well. Number 3 on my top 5 rye whiskeys of 2021 is a really expensive bottle that's really hard to find. And this is a bottle that I bought that I was not expecting to be as good as it was. I didn't know about this collaboration, didn't know that they were working together, but it is Wolves in collaboration with Willett Distillery. This is just a masterful blend. The bottle was about $200, so really on the high end, really hard to find. But you guys might see this in a bar or when you're out to dinner. And if you do, I recommend getting a pour. Lots of tropical notes, lots of pineapple notes. It is a delicious rye, one of my favorite ryes I've ever tasted, let alone of 2021. Just really good, and I was shocked. Beautiful presentation, beautiful whiskey, beautiful job blending. If you guys see this at a bar, grab a pour of it. Coming in at number 2 on my top 5 rye whiskeys of 2021 comes from Old Forester. It is Old Forester single barrel proof rye. This bottle just absolutely blew me away. I was able to taste it at a bar while we were in Kentucky, and then thank goodness I had a manager from a store give me a call and say he had a bottle of this, and this was one of my unicorn bottles I was chasing this year because the pour I had in the bar just absolutely blew me away. Had all those great rye notes, but super rich and thick and viscous, lots of caramel notes mixed in, and then this awesome like citrusy lemon note that I can't get over. Every time I take a pour of this bottle, it blows me away. Not only is it one of my top ryes of 2021, but it's one of my favorite pours of 2021. Maybe even top 10 pours of my life. This bottle hits my palate right. If you see Old Forester single barrel proof rye, grab it. And if you don't think you want it, just grab it and call me and I'll get it from you. All right, so we are down to our favorite rye whiskey of 2021 and our top 5 rye whiskeys of 2021. And this one really blew me away. This is a company that has great distribution. Their prices are a little high, but what's in this bottle is worth every bit of the cost, and you can still find these on the shelves. I just had my wife pick me one up for the bunker because I'm naming this my top rye whiskey of 2021. It is Barrel Seagrass. This bottle is just so unique, which is why I put it ahead of Old Forester single barrel proof. The uniqueness just gives it bonus points. Comes in at 119.84 proof, but it's a blend of rye whiskey finished in Martinique rum, Madeira, and apricot brandy barrels. And that like candied apricot is so strong in this. Notes of pineapple. We did this in our advent calendar and everybody's loving it. It's just fantastic. It's a blend of Indiana, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Canadian rye. So probably even has some Alberta rye in there. But just a masterful blend. I was absolutely blown away by this. It's one of my favorite whiskeys of all time. I hope I always have some of this available. And anytime I see one, I'm going to buy one. I don't know how long they're producing this, but you can still find them on the shelves for about $80. But Seagrass, Barrel Seagrass is our rye whiskey of 2021. Before we go, I want to give another quick shout out to all our Patreon members. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. You help make things like a $400 microphone, cameras, lenses, audio equipment, lighting equipment, computers, bourbon, all that stuff possible. It really helps the channel grow, and I'm so happy that you're excited the channel's growing. We started the year at 238 subs, and we are about to hit 4,000. So incredible growth this year. Can't wait to see where the channel goes in the future. Also, a huge shout out to our subscribers. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. Just the fact that you like, click, comment, all those things really helps the channel. So thank you guys so much. If you want to do anything else for the channel, you can join our Patreon crew for as little as $2 a month. If not, that's okay too. Appreciate you guys very much. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and I cannot wait for 2022.